Hello everyone, I'm Nick. Welcome to Hogwarts. Let's continue our Hogwarts mystery. We are about to continue with the side quest first, which is this one, into the hybrid lion's den. It's been a while. Increase your bond with your Chimera. Reach max level trust with the Chimera. Dark Forest, go! Dark Forest, care for creatures. There's the Chimera. Yeah, bond. Just like a cat. A big cat. Okay, so reach max level trust with the Chimera done. Talk to Dumbledore. Come to my office now if you would like to give your side of the Chimera story. Alright, Professor Dumbledore. So let's give this story to Professor Dumbledore. Talk to Dumbledore. Dumbledore's office. Give your side of the story to Dumbledore. Go! Dumbledore's office. Talk to Dumbledore. Ah, Mr. Filch. Professor Dumbledore, can we talk? You came just in time, Mr. Cowdog. Mr. Filch had just finished telling me what happened with the Chimera at the training grounds. That's right. I told him all about how the two of you were plotting to release the Chimera on the school. And how poor Mrs. Norris and I barely made it out with our lives. That's not true, and you know it. Hagrid's right, Professor. Filch is exaggerating. None of that actually happened. Of course, that's what they want you to think. Now, Mr. Filch, you've had your chance to speak. It's time to let Mr. Cowdog and Hagrid tell their side of the story, which I hope will include how a Chimera ended up at the training grounds. It will, Professor. Don't worry, we will explain everything. Yeah, we will explain everything. Explain what happened. Start. I wanted to see a Chimera in person. Mr. Fields, please let them speak. Yeah, let us speak. What's your problem? Where is the Chimera now? Magical Creature Reserve. Don't worry, it's safe. We did bring a Chimera to the training grounds, but not to threaten the school. That filthy beast almost ate my cat. Actually, that might not be true. Chimera was calm until Filch came along. We were tracking a Chimera living in the Magical Creature Reserve. That's how it started. And you're sure no one got hurt? No one got hurt. I wanted to see a Chimera in person. Success! Collect! I see. So you were tracking a Chimera and it turned out to be one living in the Magical Creatures Reserve. And Mr. Cowdog, You brought it to the training grounds to show Hagrid? That's right, Professor. We were getting ready to take Chimera back to the reserve when Fields ran up. He kept yelling and even provoked it. But even then, it never laid a paw on him or his cat. And Nick was able to get it back to the magical creatures reserve without anyone getting hurt. Then my decision is clear. I'm afraid I have no choice but to send the Chimera away and punish the both of you. Okay? What?
Whoa!
But Professor Dumbledore, sir! Serve the two of you troublemakers, right? Might I suggest the Shackles, Headmaster? What's your problem with Shackles anyway? Thank you, Mr. Fields. But that won't be necessary. I can take it from here. Bah! Shoot yourself! I hope you understand why I cannot let this incident with the Chimera go without consequences. Yeah, actually, I understand. So no one in the future did this kind of thing again. I understand, Professor. We weren't thinking about how dangerous it was, and I'm sorry. Thank you, Mr. Cowdog. That takes a lot of courage to admit.
No.
I reckon we could have thought things through more, but
No.
I really thought you'd see our side. I do, but I'm afraid the ministry and concerned parents won't care about your reasons and good intentions. If they find out that not only was a deadly creature brought onto school grounds, but that there were no consequences for those behind it and that the Chimera still wasn't under control, they would surely use it as an opportunity to insert themselves into Hogwarts business. And I cannot allow that. Especially since I only just managed to convince them to look the other way on the Kettleburns loose Chimera. About that. And only on the condition that he will soon enter retirement. But if we could ensure the Chimera won't leave the magical creatures reserve again, would you be able to convince the ministry and concerned parents that it's not a threat to Hogwarts? And reconsider sending Chimera away? If you can prove that it won't endanger the school, I don't see why not. But how are we going to do that, Nick? That's my problem, don't worry. The same way we got Chimera to settle down before. Food! Come to the Magical Creatures Reserve after we fed Chimera, Professor. I think you'll see Chimera won't be a problem anymore. Talk to Dumbledore, done. Feed your Chimera one time. Feed your Chimera so it's ready for Professor Dumbledore. Alright then. Let's feed this Chimera. Feed your Chimera one time. Dark Forest, go! Dark Forest. Care for creatures. And feed you one time, Chimera. Come on, just eat it. It's good. Feed your Chimera one time. Done. Make your case. We'll want to show Dumbledore your Chimera in the reserve before it starts to get hungry again. Make your case in the Dark Forest. Go. Dark Forest. Make your case. Professor Dumbledore, sir. And Mr. Filch. Thank you for coming and agreeing to give Chimera a chance, Professor. Now that it's well fed, it's calm and ready for visitors. I gave my word that if you were able to prove that Chimera won't endanger Hogwarts, and that it won't wander onto school grounds, I would reconsider my decision to send your Chimera away. I intend to honor that. Thank you. And I came along to provide a voice of reason. Actually, I'm glad Fields came.
Huh?
You are? If we can prove to Fields that Chimera isn't a threat out there in the Magical Creatures Reserve, then Professor Dumbledore should have no problem addressing problem concerns from the Ministry or parents.
Alright.
Fat chance that'll happen. I won't condone anything that's a danger to Mrs. Norris. They both cat. What do you expect? Now, Mr. Fields, let's give them a chance. Thank you, Professor. When you observe Chimera and see how content it is, I think you'll see that there is no need to worry. Nothing to worry about. It's just a big cat. Observe your Chimera. Start. And you're certain it will not find its way back on the school grounds one day? I'm pretty sure. Mrs. Norris has all the attitude of a chimera in a tiny body. Don't be fooled by their act. This thing is a menace. How do you know that? The way to a chimera's heart might just be through its stomach. Look how calm he is. It's surprisingly calm for a chimera. Yes, that's true. Look at this. Grrr. As long as it's content, it shouldn't have any reason to leave the reserve. Stay back, Mrs. Norris. Why? Chimera is on its best behavior. Meow? Chimera's behavior speaks for itself. So calm. Success! Collect! After watching Chimera, I hope you can see that even though a Chimera can't be trained, if it's kept fat and has its needs attended to, it won't have any reason to wander onto school grounds. Not to mention, the only reason it came onto the training grounds was because we lured it there. And we certainly won't be doing that again. Oh, please, it's just an act to lure us in so it can attack. What? Isn't that right, Mrs. Norris? Mrs. Norris? Where is she? Wow! Cat to cat. She loves him. You might not like Chimera Filch, but it looks like Mrs. Norris sure does. Brrr. Ooh. Rah. See, it doesn't want to hurt her. If it did, easy prey like her would have been gobbled up by now. Excuse me? What Hagrid is trying to say is that because Chimera is content, it has no reason to attack. So will you admit now that Chimera isn't as much of a threat as you thought, Filch? Well, I've never been one to question Mrs. Norris' judgment. As long as it stays off my grounds, I suppose its staying here is alright with me and Mrs. Norris. And Mrs. Norris can visit too. But I still think you two ought to be suspended from the ceiling by your ankles. With this again, come on. Torture aside, do you agree, Professor Dumbledore? Will you change your mind about sending Chimera away? You and Hagrid have certainly given me a lot to consider. I'll give it some thought and summon you to my office when I've made my decision. And when is that? Make your case done. Meet with Dumbledore. I have made my decision regarding you and your Chimera. Come to my office now to hear it. Alright, Professor Dumbledore. Look at Mrs. Norris and Chimera like that. So nice. Meet with Dumbledore in Dumbledore's office. Go. Dumbledore's office. Meet with Dumbledore. Professor, have you made your decision about what's going to happen to Chimera? I have. I'll start by announcing my ruling on the fate of your Chimera. Then we'll discuss your punishment for this incident. Okay, punishment. Alright. Listen to Dumbledore. Start. As long as it does not leave the reserve, it should not be a problem. True. I promise not to bring Chimera onto the grounds again. I'll stuff all my pockets full of meat if it'll keep Chimera in its home. I was very impressed with how you managed to appease the Chimera, of course. Keeping a Chimera from attacking Filch is a feat in itself. You've proven that your Chimera, when satisfied, is not an active threat. So that's true. Will the ministry and parents be satisfied? Hopefully. Mrs. Norris might have found herself a new friend. Big friend. Success! Collect! So you've decided that the Chimera can stay? Yes, you made it clear that it won't be a danger to Hogwarts living in the Magical Creature Reserve. Though you must agree to keep it satiated and promise to never bring it onto school grounds again. I promise. We can do that. But what about the ministry and concerned parents? Won't they protest if they find out? You have given me enough proof that I believe I will be able to dispel their concerns. That's great news. Now Chimera doesn't have to leave its home. Thank you, Professor Dumbledore. Now there is the matter of your punishment. Before you say anything, I just wanted to say that none of this was Nick's fault. I asked him to help me track down the Chimera without telling him what it was. And I asked him to bring it to the training grounds. If you're going to punish anyone, punish me, not him. Is this true? Did Hagrid pressure you into helping him? No, he's not pressuring me. I did it for my own will. It's not true. That's not true, Professor Dumbledore. Hagrid's just taking all the blame to keep me from getting in trouble. The truth is, if he hadn't asked me to help, I would have asked if I could join him. I am as responsible for all of this as he was. I admire your honesty, but I will be taking 10 points from Ravenclaw. Alright. For a serious lack of judgment. Okay. And as for you, Hagrid, we will discuss things further in private. Am I going to get detention?
Whoa!
And what about me? Am I getting suspended or sacked? I don't think that will be necessary. I would say you two have learned your lesson. Am I wrong? We have, Professor. Thank you, Professor Dumbledore. And thank you, Nick, for everything. Every time we work with creatures together, we become closer friends. And I couldn't ask for a better one. Thank you,
Helping
Hagrid.
others
Thank you, Professor
is a genuine
Dumbledore. Quest complete into the High Priest Lion's Den. Collect. Meet with Dumbledore. Done. So yes, that's it. The Chimera side quest complete. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and see you guys on the next Hogwarts mystery.